let's just say in the qualifiers, in the warm-up he drove the local one, like in his first attempts, beating Complex by 0.1 on his first run. So let's just say it like that. Anyway, we're starting out with the very first. Oh, we're gonna be soon starting.
Okay, I think they're still waiting for
confirmation or something.
No, they're waiting here for
Madsen,
right?
Ah.
SRK sounds like Baltic Geek.
Well. Yeah, that kind of feels like it.
Well, for me, you count like Frostbeal a bit, but
I have gotten both. Let's just say it like that.
But anyways, you're doing a great job, man. So keep it up, man.
My voice is a bit tired, but so it won't sound the best at its peak.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I'll still try my best.
Yeah, dude, I have to cast the OGL at Combine today as well, and I just imagine I had to cast 18 hours on one weekend.
Yeah, that's quite intensive.
Yeah, but yeah, you're getting used to that. But my voice was really, like bad after that. But hey, I think they're still gonna wait for Madsen here. Hopefully he can join. Then we can see the highest possible
From what
match.
I have heard from insider sources, that yesterday Madsen played the qualifier while drunk.
What?
and he drove first in the full speed.
Oh my god, how he must have felt.
So yeah, it's a very, let's say that's a lineup that it's very unknown. It's very mysterious for a majority. So it will be something, I guess. But I think he's probably still like trying to get back from yesterday. So
maybe he's hangover, or he's hungover.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, he doesn't seem like that he's online.
Okay, so chat is saying SRK will say when live. So you can probably decide it. So it seems that they're ready. Maybe you can just ask to make sure, and then we can start again. I don't know. What are they waiting for?
Yeah, okay. Looks like it.
Maybe just gonna ask them, and then we're gonna check.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just say let's go.
Just voice round, and then... Alright.
Yep.
Okay, nice.
So there's nothing much to wait, so everything goes on right on schedule. We'll be starting off the tech map. We're gonna have 2 warm-ups before each map. To people who are not familiar with this event, it's gonna be a 1v1s played. So it's gonna be team-based 1v1s on mixed style maps. Not really mixed, I mean it's multiple styles. It will be tech, dirt, full speed, mini RPG, and Neo in that respective order. The maps will be played best of 5, so till 3 map wins, and each map will be played best of 9 or till 5 rounds.
Yeah, I couldn't explain it better. So it's a really nice and fresh format. I really like it. But on those 1v1s, of course, you have a lot of pressure involved. And also when it's on the highest level, you can really see who... I mean, you can prepare a lot, but your mindset really matters. And I'm really interested to see how the players can, keep up with that. So it seems that DR6... haven't actually hardly heard from his name. And, on the other hand, Nustik is playing. So ReaWall will play with... DR6, and then the NSkirmishers will play with Nustik. So really interested to see that, and also to see what times they're doing here on this track.
Yeah, from what I have, if you look at the qualifier placements, Nustik placed first, ahead of big names, ahead of Gwen, ahead of Complex, ahead of... Actually, it was interesting. It looks like Gwen was really frustrated that he was not winning. And he AFK'd automatically after the qualifier ended, since actually in the qualifiers Nustik and Gwen played together, and Nustik beat him on all 3 maps they played.
Wow!
So let's just, yeah.
Okay, that's a statement.
Yeah, I think that means something. Yeah, win TMGL but can't win a pesky time attack.
Wow, mean. Okay, but we're starting now. I'm gonna take over the first round here. As we see Nustik with a better approach here, but only 0.04 has been gained. But also a very good approach here for him. Has more speed here. I think it's Dorian Raid. I had that from my chat. Maybe that's the play here for Team ReaWall.
Yeah, it's Dorian Raid, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, we can see different lines here. Nustik is extending his lead here. Goes super close. They had to release a bit, I think. So he's not extending his lead. Goes super close to the wall. Still a 0.2 lead for him. And Nusik is just marching through here. Very, very great and clean round for him. Only one more turn and the jump to cope. And it is indeed Nusik winning the first round here with a 38.13.
Yeah, actually good times from both of them, but Nustik, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was insane. I think we have an interesting match on hands. Note that Dorian Raid did place around 30th place in the qualifier, but he did set way higher than he set on the qualifier. And starting off the match, we see that Dorian Raid is already 0.2 or even 0.3 now behind Nustik, and Nustik is just pushing it and driving really sick, but still some mistakes can happen, and Dorian Raid can still capitalize on mistakes happening, but actually Nustik is increasing his lead by like 0.5 already, and it's gonna be a match, and it's gonna be a 38.08 by Nustik. That's an insane round. Wow.
Wow, so Nustik shows why he was like beating Ren. He shows that right here. And yeah, extends his lead to a 2-0. It was Dorian Raid who was a bit afraid in this first drift here to really commit to it. He was releasing a bit, and that's why his that's where his round lost control. And yeah, he just slightly lost more and more speed. But yeah, you can clearly see the difference here. Nustik is just driving super well here, taking the best possible lines here in every turn and extending his lead from checkpoint to checkpoint. It's 0.2 of a lead again. Dorian Raid goes for a lot of speed. Nustik goes super close there to the block there. If you clip it, you're completely dead. But yeah,
Dorian Raid, yeah, touches.
And Nustik will win another round, 3-0, and another 0.20. And this looked rather safe in the ending. So Nustik, despite driving safe, with a 0.20 and a 3-0 for him already.
Yeah, that's a very solid performance, and that shows that not only that he drives fast, but he drives very good regu as well. Driving low 38s is it's pretty insane. I think a lot of pressure might come into play, because yesterday I saw Nustik driving 37.7 as soon as he joined the server. So it looks like he's playing a bit safe today. And it's gonna be still interesting. Anyway, we still have Nustik in the front, down by 0.2. Dorian Raid is trying to his best, only 0.2 behind, but both of them are actually doing really decent job. Oh, Nustik very close, and that's a 38.0. Actually, very good times by both of them, even with the big time gap, considering what we have seen today from time-wise. But Nustik is just too strong.
Wow, dude, what was that ending? I think WR is a 0.6 or a 0.7, if I recall it correctly. Do you remember what WR here is? Because someone is asking in my chat. Just wanted to...
I believe it's 0.6 now. Recently, today it was improved, yeah.
Yeah, but a high 0.6 is WR. But so you can see, this track is, of course, it's short. You can risk it a lot. And now we have actually a little bit more of a close round. Dorian Raid goes for a lot of speed here into this section, but doesn't really come closer. So Nustik is sending a seat, and Dorian Raid with the mistake. And this is the 5-0 clean sweep here for Nustik. He just has survived this ending. He's miles ahead. No reason to risk it. And he should know that, yes, he's taking a conservative line. And a 38.01, despite that ending, will seal the deal. And it's 5-0. Impressive performance. And there was a huge gap between Dorian Raid and Nustik. By Dorian Raid not even playing bad. He played super good. He would have crushed me in every round.
Yeah, actually Dorian Raid as well did pretty decently if we take a look at how the last few matches were played on the tech map. But Nustik was just too strong on this one. And we're going on to the next map. I believe it's gonna be Mime playing for NSkirmishers, and I believe it's gonna be the same Dorian Raid maybe playing for Dirt. I'm not too sure, but we will see. We have seen that the best Dirt players had driven like mid 38. It's a low. Even the very first match that we had today was when Deska was playing against Powerpuff Girls, which was I believe it was Kebby playing. Was his opponent, and they were setting 38.3.4s regu. Deska was playing, and that's the best performance we have seen on Dirt today. But let's see. Mime said that he doesn't really like this map, and he's pretty shaky with it. And actually, Dirt was the lowest ranked map style for NSkirmishers. And actually, Dorian, for ReaWalls, Dirt was way higher ranked than NSkirmishers, which is a bit of an oddity, but I think they will try to capitalize and use that fact to their advantage as they can.
Yeah, I mean, the thing here on this map, one mistake, and a mistake can be done so easily here. I speak from experience. And you are already finding yourself 0.5 behind. Already the start, you can see it. Different approaches here, and you can see already a point, yeah, like 0.606 gap here. And also this right-hander here, this comes after this jump. It is so important to hold your gear there. You were stressing that one out in the prior match that we were casting. But it's so hard to do, and you can see Mime making the mistake there, touching. This happened to me so often, and it's so hard to hold your gear there, and I think this will be the decider here, and also how you approach this last drop there. And yeah, the ending is kind of, yeah, like self-explaining, but still can be messed up. We see a 38.55, so a good time here from Dorian Raid, and we're gonna go into the first live round here. So I expect 5x winning times from both players, but yeah, let's check out. Let's go with the first round SRK.
Yeah, let's see. Both of the players in the qualifier were top 10 and 11th, so it's going to be very good potential match time wise. At the start of the map, we do see that Mime has taken the lead already. Small early lead over, and that's a very weird.
Yeah, that was an interesting approach. I think SRK is a bit laggy. Hello? I think SRK is done, but I'm just gonna take it over here and... Hello? I'm not sure if the mainstream can hear me, but Dorian Raid is in the lead, ahead of Mime. And SRK, are you still here? If yes, then just interrupt me. But yeah, Dorian Raid is winning it with a 0.41 here, so great time by him. And then we have 0.89 by Mime in second position, but messing it up a little bit. SRK, when you are here, just interrupt me. I'm just gonna continue with the casting here. Yeah, Mime with a better start here, but we see there's similar approaches here into that drop section, into the slope. It's Mime with a lot of speed. He extends the speed, and he goes for that inside approach here, actually. I've seen that one in the video as well. It seems that this one is safer, but on the other hand, you lose on 0.1 of a second. So it is Mime still in the lead here, but Dorian Raid holds better amount of speed in this section. It's so important to get that one good. Mime with a better landing in the slope, though he comes a little bit closer. I wanted to say that, but no, it wasn't the case. 0.3 of a gap here, and Dorian Raid wins round number 2 as well with a 0.42. So great time here by Dorian Raid. I actually, yeah, it's a very good time. I mean, it's 0.1 behind my PB, and my PB felt super, super nice. But yeah, Dorian Raid 2-0 ahead. So can he make that clean sweep happening? Let's see here. Dorian Raid again with a worse start here, but Mime seems to struggle on this section here. Now he holds his gear. That was a very, very good start from him, but comes a little bit too far on the inside there and didn't get too much speed there. So it is Mime versus Dorian Raid, but Mime again too far to the left there and makes the mistake. But Dorian Raid can still mess up the ending here. Let's go ahead and take his camera. Can he extend this to a 3-point lead here already with a head start just in 3 rounds? This would be amazing for his team to come back from that 5-0 clutch. And yes, he will do so indeed with a 0.77. Not the fastest time, but he was seeing that Mime made that mistake. And eventually he has saved it. And it is Dorian Raid winning it here with a 0.77. Yeah.
Mime looks very, very shaky in this man. Maybe the lack of competition experience and lack of this competitive skill that he has gained. He has shown that he's a very good time attacker and a hunter, but in competitive format he doesn't perform that well. But maybe the pressure has been getting out. Anyway, as we are saying, but where I was saying that Mime is actually leading this round, challenging Dorian Raid to the point. Is very, very risky turns by both of the players. I'm still keeping the lead, but Dorian Raid is a bit pushing. Mime actually keeps the gear a bit better and maintains a inside, but he doesn't risk it. Oh no, he almost crashed there, and it's gonna be a point for Mime, setting a 0.5 time as a winning time, and he sets a point for NSkirmishers on the dirt map.
Yeah, they're getting on the scoreboard, and there were two very, very risky turns here from Mime. Maybe he wanted to take that risk, but it was super close on both of the, yeah, like the right-hander there and also the ending. But now he is in his head from Dorian Raid. He's 0.16 head, goes again for that rather conservative approach here in this section. So Dorian Wade can maybe come a bit closer as he has a little bit more speed to work with, but gets an awkward bump there in this section. But good approach there from him. Let's see, this ending will decide at 0.1 of a second between both of them. Mime goes for the trick, lands smoother, has more speed, presses B for boost here. The ending is deciding it here for Mime. Not the best speed again, but it is enough here. A 0.48, great time here. Despite those awkward uphills there from Mime, he really loses a lot of time with that.
Yeah, his approach is not really best, but at least it works. If it does help him make the consistent rounds, then and then helps works out, because we see that Dorian Wade keeps pushing because he's challenging Mime, and it's not an easy opponent to beat. And coming up in the next round, we see that it's starting up very close. He's not taking that very, very interesting mid outside line, I would say, and but still maintaining quite a fair and very even fight at the moment. Mime is just a few hundreds ahead, but looks like Dorian Wade is still catching up, and this is a very, very close round. Mime still managing to reach it in front, having this very weird lineup, but still Dorian Wade matches speed and will be able to beat Mime by just 500s.
Yeah, now the ending really punished Mime. This landing in this slope section, in this last drop, was godlike from Mime. It was so good, but again, this outside approach that he just didn't take lost him the round. So very, very sad to see that. You could have seen you really want to hold your speed in the ending, but yeah, now it's actually the map point for ReaWall, and again, Mime with that inside approach, so Dorian Wade comes back with more speed. It is still neck and neck here. It's 0.02 of a second in this section here. Who can hold his gear in this section? It's looking good for Dorian Wade. Mime oversteered a little bit and lost his gear, so it's all in this ending. Mime with a mistake, and Dorian Wade is indeed ahead and could win it here with his first map point. Looking good, but making the mistake. Can he make it happen here? Or is it Mime who can overtake him? Can Dorian Wade make the jump? Yes, he can do so. And it is Dorian Wade winning it here despite making that mistake in the ending.
Yeah, this is gonna look like it's gonna be a map point for ReaWall. It's a bit unexpected. But note that this was the only map where ReaWalls were on paper in front of NSkirmishers. But the rest of the maps will be interesting. And but the thing is, I don't see that Madsen hasn't really joined yet. So I think this will be that. Let's see who will be the substitute, if that will be the case, because Madsen was the #1 player for on FS in total, and he was playing for NSkirmishers. And if he doesn't join in here, then it's gonna be a pretty rough time. And let's see who will be opting in for NSkirmishers, and if he won't be playing.
Yeah, so maybe we could go here in a best of 5 so we can live it out for the full potential. I mean, the same situation here as I had in my match, just one player not showing up. And I think on the full super map, it's really essential to have a good player. But, I mean, on the other hand, on this track, it's not too hard, I would say. Of course, there are 2 SDs and the ending, but the start is pretty straightforward. It's only one no jump and then a no slide that you have to do in this, yeah, kind of wall ride with the magnet attached. But, yeah, they really need to push it on RPG then, and this could be a free point for ReaWall.
Yeah, let's see. It looks like Mime will be opting in for NSkirmishers here. But looks like Nustik is also testing his kit, so it's a bit hard to say who will be playing. It seems like it's not decided. But we'll see who will be the playing one. And I think ReaWall's been trying to use this fact that Madsen will not be playing and trying to at least get that 1 point that will help them have a chance to extend the match to mini RPG and a Dio, if that will be the case. But looks like Pekigno, I think that's the way how you say it, will be the one who will be holding the flag for Team ReaWalls in this match.
Yeah, I think so. He should know that he can rather save it. Of course, he has to like push it in the ending if he's behind. Oh my god, what was that? how did he not finish that? Did he get a bug or an awkward landing? I don't know. But hey, we're gonna start now with the first round here, and I'm gonna go. Who's actually playing here? It's Nustik playing, alright. Okay, so they have decided here. Let's see, Nustik actually with a better start. So I'm really keen to see how he's making it. He has more speed to work with, and he almost makes that mistake here, the ReaWall player. But, oh my god. What is happening? Nustik is in the lead, and this could be the first point here actually for the Nordic Skirmishers. He is ahead, and he makes the mistake there. But wait, huh?
He DNF'd? Wait, what? Oh, I know what happened. There was this scoreboard bug, and it showed that Mime was on the scoreboard, even though he was not playing. And probably he checked probably the scores, and it's because it displays Mime even though he's not playing.
Well,
There's a weird bug in Teams mode like that. It's very rarely happens, but it's a bug. It shows that.
yeah, I have that one as well. So I think we should restart, or what?
Yeah, I
do?
think we will just restart.
Yeah.
We'll just restart. Yeah.
Okay,
And it's just a very weird bug on team modes in this game. So.
yeah, I was actually seeing that. So we have 2 more warm-ups and 2 more warm-ups that could come in handy here for Nustik, because the start looked pretty nice actually. And he should know that this no jump is very decisive. And he also goes super far up to gain a lot of speed. So I'm interested to see how this works out, if this is the meta line or whatever. But yeah, things like that can happen in the game. And yeah, let's just see what will happen here. As Perchignon, I think he's pronounced like that. Perchignon?
I think it's easier to say just Perchy. I
yeah,
think that would be easier.
Yeah, let's just say Perchy. Alright. He is finishing me. Let's see what time he's getting. Oh, I misclicked. I didn't figure out what time.
It's 38.79.
Yeah, that should be enough to win against Nustik, who has not really trained this map. But I'm also interested to see how fast he can learn this track.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
So too unlucky that Madsen cannot play full speed. Do you know?
Yeah, because he's actually mainly like a rounds player. When I saw the training sessions, he was very good regu, and he was actually doing like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3's regu here, and it's an insane pace. It's basically world record tier run like every single round. But a bit unfortunate that he's not here this time, but I think it's very useful for Team ReaWalls though, since they will have a not so prepared top tier player against them from this event. And they'll probably be using that fact and trying to score as much points as they can in this matchup.
Yeah, this will be important for them, and also to maybe they will get crushed on RPG. I don't know, but if it comes to the 2-2 scoreline, that you have the last map deciding it, and I have not seen that one yet. Did we have a 2-2 score already or not?
Yeah, there was one, and it actually ended. It was Team Bonkers versus. It was Bink's team. Name not found, yeah.
Ah, okay, but yeah, we are live here with the first round, as we see Perchy with a very good start. Coming into this first decisive section, 14 seconds into the map, we have to do that no jump. So let's see where Nustik is. Nustik is not too far behind, actually, only 0.24 of a second. So he needs to rely on a mistake now from the ReaWall player, but he is like trained enough to make it happen. Nustik actually goes for the left side approach there, not making it, but a 38.97 will seal the deal and the first point for Team ReaWalls.
Yeah, it looks like there's a pretty big confusion on Nustik's side, so it might be one of his first few runs just playing the game and already inside the match as a substitute. But let's see, coming out the next round, so that might give the Team ReaWalls a bit of confidence. Yeah, as a rookie line there. Yeah, that's a line of showing that the player has not really played the map. There's if you take the line 2 inside, you can flip on the CP, and that will just give another free round for Team ReaWalls, helping their team, Perchy helping their team score another point and potentially a map win in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, he just has to finish. He will probably take the safe finish, or he just jumps like that to get in one more training, and also a 38.73. I would not consider that as a bad time. So great round here, 2-0. And yeah, Nustik making that mistake by just misaligning the start, by just not knowing the track that much. But at least they're taking it with fun, saying, okay, PB and everything, but hey, he makes that another mistake, so that's not good. That's how I felt on the tech map as well, you know? I played it for like the first time in rounds, and then, you know, you win a round and you're like, yeah man, let's go, and then you're just failing and failing because the lack of knowledge of this track. That's like unfortunate. So Nustik is 4.5 seconds behind, and Perchi has just to finish again, approaching this ending section. 29.10 CP. I think that's considered an average CP. This could be a 5 or 6x, if I recall it correctly. Yes, he's finishing, and it's a 0.75. Okay, almost I got it there. But also, again, an okay time. And Nostic with a DNF, and it's 3-0 in favor for ReaWalls.
Yeah, ReaWall is going to be using the fact that NSkirmishers is not very well prepared by quite a bit, and will try to use it for group stage, because every single map win matters quite a bit, and trying to at least yoink at least 2 map wins, as it seems like it at this pace. But the problem is that the best players on Mini RPG and Nadio are actually Nustic and Mime, so that might be a bit of troublesome there. But in this round, we do see that actually Nustic is trying to somewhat. Okay, yeah, the gap is a bit too big. So I think as long as if Perchi just makes a mistake, then Nustic can potentially capitalize that. But yeah, Nustic lack of experience on the map, sadly, is not able to help out NS in this map.
Yeah, but nice save there from Nustic, not zooping away there. So nice style points there. And yeah, this is already the map point here, and this could put them into the lead. I doubt that Nustic will do a comeback. Nothing against you, but hey, you're not prepared and you're already behind. But still a great effort that he's putting in, that he's still trying and playing, which is really nice. Only 0.2 behind. So Nustic is... I really like that attitude, you know? Nustic is just playing for the fun as well, and just try to be a competitor and not to be like, okay, you know what? I just lost it and I will accept my fate. Just try to do it, you know? And yeah, it's indeed the GG here. Nustic with a mistake, and the 38.77 for Perchi. And this is the 5-0 GG. And we will go to the next map, to map number 4. And the scoreline is now 2-1 in favor for ReaWall. So this will put them at match point for the next map.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a very hard match point to get, because unfortunately for them, Mini RPG will be played by Mime, who has been very prepared, setting even sub 41 times.
Wow.
And Nustic basically setting top 15 world times on Fall 15 as Regu. So it's gonna be a very hard match, but it's still doable for ReaWalls.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we are seeing very, very top-seeded players. And Clem is actually a player who was, I think, ahead of me in the locals. And I felt very good on this track as well. So don't, mess around with Clem. Doing a good warm-up here. And you can just get a penalty or an awkward roof it here. And the round is kind of over for you. So you can push it there in the ending. But the most decisive part is this jump combination here that Clem is approaching. And then also the ending. So we are the most important parts of the track are in the ending. And then of course the jump at the start, where you really want to get a 4-wheel landing. So those are the factors that I want to consider here. And also the gear that you have to hold. So yeah, small things add up in the start and in the ending that will make you run good. But I think the most important part is to hold your gear before that balance section.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be... We can't expect a pretty one-sided match, because Team ReaWall still set like top 15, top 10 placements on Nadio and RPG. So that means they can still put off a very nice fight and very well push it when it's necessary, and know how to have a very good track feel at least. But let's see who will be the best coping with the pressure.
Ooh.
If ReaWalls do take this map, then it will be actually a one game and a pretty big upset already coming up in the group stages, and it will make getting top 2 that is necessary to make it for playoffs for NSkirmishers a bit harder.
Yeah, I mean, what ReaWalls could think now is just the fact that they... Oh my god, that was such a great round! Clem with PB with a 0.20, almost beating my time with that. So what a great round, and this shows that Clem can cope the pressure. Hopefully he can do that in the live round. But yeah, he was beating him in the actual warm-up. So it is possible to beat Mime. And what I wanted to stress out here, maybe they just want to blast it out to win it 3-1 and then it's over. GG no re. And let's see, first live round is coming up here. Clem with more speed here going into that first drop. But actually it's equal here. different approaches here though. Clem with the outside approach, jumps super close there, but over jumps it there and has too much speed here to clear that jump. So Mime is in the lead and Clem had to respawn. So 20.80 CP for Mime, that is just incredible. Well done by him. Only the ending is remaining and he goes for the save where he accumulates a lot of speed. You need to exceed 245 speed here. Mime is doing that well and he knows that he has to save it. Great lines that he's taking there. Very smart driving. But his teammates should also say that to him. A 41.73 despite driving safe. But that's the first point here for the Nordic Skirmishers.
Yeah, let's see that NSkirmishers will be able to take this one, or maybe ReaWalls, as we saw that one warm-up was we can see we're gonna potentially see some very close rounds on this map. Both of the players being very good on RPG. So let's see, Mime at the moment is in the lead. Clem trying to off this with the... Oh, no, very, very risky, but looks like Mime got a small bump, and this will be a point for ReaWalls, potentially, if you can manage this to the south till the end of the map. And Mime still tries to at least do decent run on the map and potentially capitalize on mistakes, because this map is very, very punishing, and one small mistake like that we saw previously from Mime can potentially ruin the game. Clem actually getting a small clip there and actually a bit trolling, it looks like it at the end, and is gonna be still secures a win in this round.
Yeah, so that's what you were saying. Also, when you make a small mistake, you can really... It's really punishing and you have to respawn straight away. Clem was a bit lucky that he didn't fall down there, but that wasn't the case, so it's 1-1, it's a tie. And we go into the next one. Clem, jumping super far there again, so different approaches here in this section. Clem also with a very bad line there, that he goes a little bit far outside there. So it's Mime in the lead with a 0.25 of a lead. But this is the first round that is rather close here, except like if we exclude the warm-up. So Mime versus Clem here, and the ending still in this 1v1. Clem almost not clearing that jump. The ending will decide it, and Clem clips it, so Mime will win this round here with a 41.54. So great time also by Mime, and he is again in the lead.
Yeah, looks like quite a bit of some inconsistencies as well in some of the playstyle, considering what their PB is potentially capable of. They're very shaky. A bit of pressure comes in. This format is very, very stress intensive. Let's just say it like that. And the pressure is high every single round. One big mistake can give automatic point for Clem makes a mistake already, and this potentially can give a free point to Mime as he sets a 20, 30, 83 CP in the midsection. Clem is all 5 seconds behind. If Mime makes a mistake, then that will give a potential comeback for Clem if he makes at least a clean round. But Mime will save it, and it should be a point for NSkirmishers.
Oh, he almost choked it there.
Yeah. It was very, very close to the clipping the barrier, but this will be the third point for NSkirmishers on the RPG.
Yeah, so again, a mistake deciding the round here. And yeah, Mime really figured out this map the best. Also the roof, it was very greatly done by him. What isn't great for Clem is the part that is coming up here now. This jump combination, he's just not releasing. He wants to get a very, very smooth landing there, but he's jumping so far up, and therefore his car rotates and still takes the rotation to the next block. And yeah, not clearing the roof hit there as well, and he goes for the actually not DNF, but he's 10 seconds behind, so Mime can just save it here. Have you captured what happened to Clem?
Yes, he tried to risk it on the inside line, and he clipped in the inside part of the block section, and thus he needed to respawn, and he flipped around at the ramp section. That gives a free point to NSkirmishers. All right. Small brain fart there, sorry.
All good, man. Next round is coming up. Go for it, man.
We see that the Mime is already going in link, but very shaky landing in the front section. Clem trying to save it at the outside line to a bit aim to the next part a bit more clearly, and it's basically even at the mid part. Mime takes a bit tighter approach, trying to gain some few milliseconds at least, going on, trying to take it as much inside as is possible. tries to risk it as well to get that extra advantage going for the outside lines. Looks like, oh, Mime takes it very close, but can they make it? Both of them do.
Oh.
Mime gets a very awkward outside airtime, but it's still a very good round. Both players setting 41s, but this is gonna be a map point for NSkirmishers, and that's gonna be scored to 2-2. So that means we're going to the tiebreaker on the Nadio.
Yeah, so tiebreaker time it is. The first time I'm witnessing a tiebreaker, but great performance from both players, Clem and Mime. Clem is a top tier player, and guys, if you think, yo, this map is easy, try it out yourself. It is super hard. It's really hard to find consistency in it. And yeah, it is 2-2. It will all be decided here, so it's good for both teams that they both got away with 2 points here. So this just shows how high the level here is. And I think it is Nustik playing the Nadio map, if I recall it correctly. And then we have Clem again playing it. So Clem, yeah, coping a lot of pressure. Both match points are being done by him. And I'm interested to see how players will perform on this track, because I think the most important part is the part which is coming up here after that sausage part, where you have to get a smooth transition into another sausage part where you just cut it off here. So Nustik is showing out this right here. Not really greatly executed, but this part is really hard to do. And also the start. You really want to get a lot of speed so we can see if someone has mastered those sausage blocks already or not. But it's a, yeah, I would say rather hard map, but definitely a nice pick for this competition.
Yeah, well, if we look at a bit of the stats from the qualifier on the Nadio map, well, Nustik was driving the Nadio as well in the qualifier, and he was 4th. Meanwhile, Clem or Team ReaWalls was 14th. So there is a bit of a speed like on paper, Nustik should take with this one, but let's see how pressure will be the main deciding factor, I think.
Yeah, indeed, and pressure is definitely a thing that Nustik somehow doesn't know, as he has made no mistakes in the tech map that he was playing firstly. So interested to see if he can like just continue that, but now he's in a different situation. It's going down to the wire. It's the last map of this best of 5, and Clem definitely shows that he can make this happen, as he was driving a .60 in the first warm-up, but now making a small mistake. But everything can and eventually will happen on this track. And also this ending is super decisive, where you want to like squeeze your car just in between that, and you really want to get a lot of speed, but you can see Nustik is doing it quite well and winning this warm-up here, as Clem just goes for the full troll there. But no, actually Nustik won the warm-up with a .60, which is a good time considering my PB is a .70 and top 150. So showing that he is consistent on this track, yes, check mark.
I have seen that Nustik is around top 50 in world on this map precisely. Anyway, we're starting off the very first round on the tiebreaker. Nustik versus Clem, the last map of this match. The team that wins this map will win the match. And it looks like that Nustik goes for an outside line, thus getting more exit speed. But even though Clem did not have the best first few turns, he did manage to stay somewhat close. But Nustik's exit speed just is way more, giving this 0.2 advantage, having this tiny release or saving strat. Oh no, Clem has a very awkward line and gets an awkward bounces from that. That gives Nustik a bit of a safe 0.3 advantage on this last few parts, and it all comes down to the end. And it's pretty easy, just keep it straight. And no, Clem even the pressure was a bit too strong, and that's gonna be Nustik taking this round.
Yeah, Clem had actually more speed there in this last section before he has touched there, but Nustik taking over that round with a .75, so great time here. And yeah, Nustik also with that outside approach there, so really generates a lot of speed there in this ending section. And really interesting to see if he's gonna take that again, or if it just was a misalignment. And yes, indeed, it was a misalignment. Look at this. Nustik already 0.2 ahead here and counting. He has way more speed than his opponent, 0.23 of a second it is. So what a great round that is. But Clem comes closer. Nustik took it way more conservatively. Going to this section here. Clem with a very, very good nosedive there. Generates a lot of speed, and now let's follow Nustik. Can he make it happen here? One more turn to go. Goes for the inside approach. Clem with more speed, and Clem, if he survives this ending, will take over this round here. Yes, looking very good, and indeed Clem will win it here with a 42.52. Great time, and what a great round.
Yeah, that was a very, very close round, and actually the times were pretty decent for considering 4 rounds. And this is starting to get a bit interesting. It might look like one one-sided at the start, but it looks like Clem can still challenge Newstick as pace-wise as well, coming up on the next round. Actually, both players having a relatively similar lines. Clem actually this time having a tiny bit more outside exit speed, getting into being in front just by 0.03 coming at the next part. Oh, Nustik almost flying out there, very, very close to the edge, but comes down. Who takes this? Both players making it, but Clem has a bit more exit speed. It comes down. Clem bit risking on the inside lines going. Oh no, Nustik got a tiny bit of
Clem!
Or something. Clem as well lost it, and all comes down to the end. Nustik has a bit more exit speed. It comes down slow down session, but looks like Clem will take it. And yes, again another close round, but that goes to the team ReaWalls.
Wow, that was so close for Nustik there flying out on that section before the decisive jump. But both generated a lot of speed, and Clem almost losing it there in the end. He slid a little bit out, lost but only 0.04 of a second towards his opponent. And it's Clem going into the lead, so only 3 more rounds for him to push it, but not having a good slide here. It is Clem with a mistake, but also Nustik. What is happening here? Oh my god, both with a mistake that Clem had to release and Nustik touching. So maybe the pressure is kicking in. Clem should be aware that he is more than 3 seconds ahead. He can save it here. He can go for the no-cut way, but he's still going for that. I found that jump really hard, but Clem is on his way to extend CT to a 3-1, and only 2 points are remaining, and this will put more and more pressure onto the shoulders of Nustik here. They are standing against the wall. They need to win 4 rounds, or he needs to win 4 rounds, and Clem only 2 rounds, and yes, Clem will indeed win it here with a safe time.
If ReaWall does take this match, that will give a massive confidence for them that they can. Well, that means they have beaten the Seed 2 team in the group stages already, and that might give them confidence for the rest of the group stages. Since top 2 teams from group stages make it to playoffs, and it might not give that good of a start for NSkirmishers. Well, starting up this round, it's like they were literally tied in that CP, and just 0.07 of a second. Looks like Nustik has been struggling with this turn, but looks like this time it's actually Nustik taking the lead on this part, and he's up to the mid part of the section. Oh no, Clem gets a minor air bump, but it looks
Nustik!
Nustik, and that will give Clem a lot more exit speed, and it will all come down to the end. Will it be Nustik or Clem? And it's gonna be Nustik taking it by just less than a tenth. These have been very, very close rounds, Turbo.
Yeah, I thought that that Nustik lost way more speed with that, but again, the same as in the rounds 2 or 3 rounds ago, where Clem had that mistake. So maybe that's the revenge, but the cut was, or the jump wasn't really that good from him. But Clem not with the best amount of speed, so this could be the 3-3 here, and could go down to the wire as we are approaching the 7th round, and you have no winner in sight, no match point, nothing. It is dead even if Nustik will survive this ending. Only 2 more turns to go. Nustik with a good approach here. I can just see it here from the side as my camera's on Clem, and Nustik will indeed win this round here. He copes those turns very well. Just jumps into the finish, and indeed with a 42.36. What a time, SRK. What a time is that?
Yeah, for rounds, that's very, very that's very swift. But both of the teams just need to hello.
Oh, you left the server.
Yeah.
Okay, I will take over this round. All good.
I got the diode, sorry.
Okay, so Nustik is in the lead, Clem is ahead, and SRK is still on the server. Can you take over this round now? Or no, I would just go for it, and you will go for the next one. Okay, Nustik is far ahead, and this could be the match point for them, as Nustik will survive the ending. He is 0.5 ahead. He should be aware of that, and Nustik is looking very, very strong here indeed, and he will also survive this turn, and this is an easy point for him. But I think also, again, a very good time because he has extended the seat. And this is a 42.23. Oh my god, what is Nustik doing?
Yeah, and the paces has been very insane. And Nustik just needs 1 more round win, and they will secure a win in this match. It's gonna be really close, and the confidence of setting that very fast time in the last round might give it, and it might give some pressure to Clem that seeing that last 2 rounds was totally crashed. both of them fresh, but Newstick actually got bumped a bit more a bit more forward. That will give him the advantage in this situation.
What is happening?
Well, that was a very unexpected mistake from both of the players, but that will give Newstick quite a bit of advantage in his last point. And Newstick just needs to do the last few drifts and just keep it straight, and that will be game in this match against ReaWalls against NSkirmishers.
Oh my god, dude. I was seeing that one coming. But yeah, it is Nustik getting more speed and also Clem with the wiggle after that, so he wasn't really having a lot of speed. But yeah, it's 3-5 in favor for Nordic Skirmishers. But hey, ReaWalls, don't worry. You played outstandingly well. You played against the second seeded team and got 2 points, made it to the last map and also gained 3 points there. So impressive performance by Clem here on this last map and also by all the other players, by Dorian Red and also by Perchy. Very well played, and also Mime and Nustik. Guys, you're crazy by winning without your full speed player. GG's.
Yeah, that was a really sick performance actually from both of the teams, and one of the closest matches I have seen today. And actually, it's a very interesting, very important thing from this, that you need to kind of tactically think what kind of lineup you're entering with this event. If you want to, let's say you want to take the FS map and finish the match earlier, so we don't play the Nadio, for example, then you have to get to full speed. But as soon as you have this kind of situation, as you don't have the full speed player, then you have to extend the map and give away some few points that will come very necessary when the playoffs to qualify for playoffs. And I think even getting these 2 points for ReaWalls will I think that still gives him a very good confidence that they can go to the playoff phase, and that they only had 2-3 score against the number 2 team in the entire event.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to predict what's gonna happen, who will go to playoffs. It's not like, okay, we won the quali, that means we're gonna win the whole thing. No, it's not gonna work like that. And we can look forward to some interesting matches in the future.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And also the factor, I mean, you could have seen it in my match today. I wasn't really ready on the dirt map, and we also got caught off guard because Jesu wasn't there. And this can really kill your mindset, because I was thinking, okay, we're gonna win tech against that team because Jesu played, and then I put myself into so much pressure on dirt, and I eventually lost, right? So those things are really hard to consider, and I think definitely they're gonna have a chance here by just showing that performance, and I'm really looking forward if they can make it into the playoffs. Definitely deserve it, and maybe they are motivated because of that match.
Yeah, because this event does have a 500 euro prize pool that you can help increasing it by getting the special item from merch.lt and or contributing to the prize pool.
Yeah, just chip in some money, guys. Will be nice. And yeah, we have our last match for this evening, and then I still gonna do the combine, which I'm also looking really forward to. But those matches here, dude, they are so good. I just have to say that. I mean, despite missing out on some players, but dude, I'm really looking forward to the matches now, because now we definitely see one of the teams that will be one of the more favorite teams, right? We see Balenciaga, which is a team consisting of, I think it was
Gwen and Affy.
Gwen, Affy, and Hugo, right?
No. Hugo is in a different team. They're just Gwen and Affy in one team.
Jesus. Yeah, they are ready to wreck them all.
Well, it doesn't seem like it.
Well, yeah, we can see.
It's very hard to say. Even though it might seem like an insane lineup consisting of 2 TMGL players, there still can be players that that are very prioritized in their respective styles and still can put some insane performance. Anyway, we're gonna soon have Balenciaga versus 1x Esports, so stay tuned for that.
Alright, and this will be a match, guys. I would not recommend missing that, because it is Affy Gwen versus... Nah, not someone like me who's bad in this game, right? It is... Guys, please, listen. Listen. Xera, Vulnera, and Legu versus Affy and Gwen. That's like... Guys, Dude, what the hell is that match, dude? Really. That's an incredible match, and I think that's a match that could go into like the highest match that I have casted. But yeah, I will change the title, and I'm gonna grab myself something to eat. Balenciaga versus